Good morning and welcome to today's New York City Council vote for the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. No one may approach the dais at any time. Chair, we are ready to begin.
Good morning. My name is Julie Menon, Chair of the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. I want to welcome everyone to today's vote on proposed introductions 408A, 431B, 1251A, 1332A, 1391A, and Resolution 499. First of all, let me recognize my colleagues who are here: Councilmember Osei, Majority Leader Farias, Councilmember Joseph, Councilmember Sanchez, Councilmember Abreu, Councilmember Brewer, and I'll recognize additional colleagues as they come. The bills we're voting on today represent major steps forward for some of the most vulnerable workers in our city: street vendors, contracted delivery workers, and security guards. So we're very excited about today's vote, and I think it represents a tremendous step forward for workers in our city. Proposed introduction number 408, sponsored by the Public Advocate, would create a division of street vendor assistance within the Department of Small Business Services to offer training and education and to conduct outreach to street vendors. Proposed introduction number 431B by Councilmember Sanchez would expand the number of licenses that are available to vend food and merchandise on the sidewalks of New York City. And let me just add, this is the first expansion of licenses for general vendors since the 1970s. It would also expand street vendor training, increase the share of enforcement agents required to inspect street vendor setups, as well as increase civil penalties for violations of certain siting requirements. This bill would add a requirement that vendors keep the area around their cart free from garbage, as well as maintain proof of proper trash disposal. It would also expand the Street Vendor Advisory Board and require the board to examine and make recommendations pertaining to these new requirements. Proposed introduction 1251A, sponsored by Majority Leader Farias, would clarify that DOHMH and DCWP can continue to issue street vending license applications until the number of licenses issued reaches the maximum set by law, provided that there is a demand for the licenses. Proposed introduction number 1332A, sponsored by Councilmember Brannan, would prohibit delivery services from deactivating at-base contracted delivery workers unless the deactivation is for just cause or bona fide economic reasons. Proposed introduction number 1391A, sponsored by Speaker Adams, would direct security guard employers to provide their security guard employees with minimum wage, paid vacation time, and supplemental benefits that meet or exceed the minimum wage, paid vacation time, and supplemental benefits required for private sector security guards engaged on New York City Public Building Service contracts in excess of $1,500. Resolution number 499, sponsored by Councilmember Joseph, calls on the United States Congress to pass and the President to sign the Protecting Consumers from Deceptive AI Act, which attempts to mitigate the risks posed by AI-generated content by requiring disclosures. The hearings on these bills garnered substantial turnout with hours and hours of public testimony. The versions we are voting on today truly reflect that testimony and public input, as well as many more hours of meetings with stakeholders. I really want to congratulate and commend each of the sponsors for their incredibly hard work in getting these very important bills to the finish line. And now I'm going to pass it to bill sponsors to make statements. I'm going to start with Majority Leader Farias.
Good morning, Chairman, and thank you, and morning to the members of the committee. Thanks for the opportunity to offer remarks on Introduction 1251. As many of you know, the Council has enacted legislation governing the issuance of supervisory licenses for mobile food vendors, specifically through Local Law 18 of 2021, which will soon be joined by Introduction 431 and the Street Vendor Package local laws when passed today. Local Law 18 of 2021 requires the department to make a specified number of supervisory license applications available in each 12-month period and establish cumulative limits on the total number of supervisory licenses that may be issued, along with borough designations and preference categories. Intro 431 increases the number of supervisory licenses that can be issued every year, along with the cumulative total from the level set by Local Law 18. Licenses are issued under the current structure only when applicants complete the requirements of the process, and not every application made available results in a license being issued. As a result, the number of licenses being issued is less than what Local Law 18 of 2021 originally intended for, which would persist even with increases made under Intro 431. My bill, Introduction 1251, fixes this problem by allowing the department in later years to make additional supervisory license applications available so that the cumulative number of supervisory licenses issued matches the totals already set in law. This bill also provides the same authorization to DCWP for general vending license applications because the bottlenecking issue is prevalent in the general vendors' licensing structure as well. Intro 431 will make 10,500 additional applications available to prospective general vendors in 2027. With 1251 in its current form, this bottlenecking will be eliminated and the rollouts can proceed without issue and as the law intends. I hope this committee hears how critical this bill is to maintaining the integrity of the supervisory licensing and general licensing framework that the council has already enacted. Advancing this legislation provides the department with the logistical means to implement that framework as intended and ensures that street vendors, a piece of our local economy, may continue to function and thrive. For these reasons, it is important that this committee advance Introduction 1251. Thank you again to Chair Menon, Councilmember Sanchez, my colleagues on the committee, all of our co-sponsors of this legislation, the committee staff, Street Vendor Project, and the administration for their work and engagement on this legislation. I urge my colleagues to vote in favor of Introduction 1251 and our Street Vendor Package companion bills. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm now going to call on Councilmember Sanchez. And let me just say, I really want to congratulate Councilmember Sanchez for the incredibly hard and difficult work in getting this bill to the finish line. You had an idea several years ago. You said it was a big idea, and I really want to commend you on bringing stakeholders together on this important topic.
Thank you so much, Chairman, and to all the colleagues who really stayed on the course with this very challenging piece of legislation. We're at a pivotal moment for street vending reform in our city. I'm the daughter and granddaughter of street vendors, and I really could not be more proud of how far we've come. Just days ago, we had a rally with bodegueros, restaurants, supermarkets standing side by side calling for one thing: to finally fix our broken street vending system. And that moment matters because it shows how much has changed. When we started this, we were a city governed by decades-old license caps that made legal compliance nearly impossible for most vendors, general vendors and food vendors. Enforcement was inconsistent, ineffective, and insufficient. And stakeholders were so polarized that we even got pushback about having folks sit at the same table. Vendors felt criminalized, brick and mortar businesses felt ignored, and reform was stalled. But today we're here with a bill that is stronger, clearer, and more balanced than where we began, with broader brick and mortar support than ever before. 431B, which I'm proud to co-sponsor, and co-sponsor, I guess, expands access to street vending licenses to address the root cause of the disorder we have on so many of our sidewalks, an artificial scarcity that leaves vendors without a legal pathway. At the same time, we're pairing that access with real enforcement, clearer suspension and revocation standards for repeat violations, stronger penalties for unlicensed vendors who bypass a fair opportunity to comply, and new requirements around cleanliness and waste disposal. This finally creates real incentives for compliance and a foundation for order on our streets. We are here because my colleagues, supermajority of us, stakeholders stayed at the table throughout the difficult conversations. And I want to take a moment to thank Chair Menon for your support on this legislation moving through your committee, not just the vending bills, but all of the worker protection substance that we're moving today. And of course, to Speaker Adams for keeping this bill on the agenda. I thank my colleagues for help getting us to this point, and I have to shout out the staff who were up with us until well into 1, 2 a.m. I don't know what time it was. Rachel Cordero, Sarah Swain, Natalie Meltzer, and my team, of course, Ben Ratner, Kim Castellanos, Gerard Fernandez, and the office team. Implementation will not be easy, but I have to say this publicly. I am fully committed to staying the course, continuing to engage all stakeholders, and working with the next administration, both in the council and the mayor's office, to get this right for vendors, for brick and mortar businesses, and for all stakeholders, for all New Yorkers. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And let me just mention, we've also been joined by Councilmember Krishnan. Councilmember Joseph is going to make a statement on her resolution.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chair Menon and members of the Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. I'm pleased that my resolution number 499, which was introduced in 2024, is finally before the committee for a vote today. Resolution 499 calls on the United States Congress to pass and the President to sign the Protecting Consumers from Deceptive AI Act. Colleagues, as you may know now, we are living in an era in which generative artificial intelligence can generate images, sounds, and videos that appear authentic, even when they're not. While these tools are often used for creative and functional purposes, they can also be misused to cause harm in targeting individuals, former friends, opponents, and even loved ones. By adopting this resolution, you're supporting my formal call for the federal government's action to require that these images, sounds, and videos generated by AI be clearly coded and identified as such. This transparency is essential to protecting consumers, maintaining public trust. Thank you for your collaboration in supporting and voting yes on this resolution. I am grateful to the team, central staff, and colleagues who helped bring this resolution to a vote today. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you so much. And now we are going to ask the clerk to call the roll.
Matthew DiStefano, Committee Clerk, Committee on Consumer and Worker Protection. Roll call vote. All items are coupled. Chair Menon.
Aye and all, and I want to congratulate all my colleagues on these terrific bills.
Abreu.
Congratulations to all my colleagues. Pierina, I just want to say that I'm very, very proud of you. A lot of people are very proud of you. You worked your butt off to get this across the finish line, and you were a good listener and a great policymaker. I know this is important to your legacy and everything else that you're going to accomplish. I'm very proud of you. I vote aye.
Brewer.
I vote aye. I too want to congratulate Councilmember Sanchez. Also, Mohammed Atia from the Workers Street Vendor Project. He is a hero in my book. And I want to just say to all nonprofits, take a look at his leadership because he does it right. I also want to thank the Workers Justice Project, Councilmember Brannon and Ludia Galupa, because that too is a leader in terms of nonprofit work. How you get legislation across has a lot to do with the advocates. I vote aye.
Farias.
I vote aye on all.
Krishnan.
I vote aye on all, and congratulations, Councilmember Sanchez, for all your work to get to this place. Proud to be a partner with you in this effort and to fight by your side. Thank you, Chair.
Osei.
I vote aye on all.
By a vote of 6 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, the items have been adopted.
Thank you.